But it's not massive, but it will be massive. Do you understand where I'm coming from?
No. Here we go.
We are all
where men are walking away from dating and relationships, taking women seriously, wanting anything to do with a woman. Traditional values is becoming rare. To not be true women is not uncommon. It's very common that these women today have rocks for brains.
What?
So,
Okay. Let's start that all over. I wanted to separate. Let's start that over.
but it's not massive, but it will be massive.
Talking
Do you
about-
understand where I'm coming from here?
Right. We've already talked about it.
We are already in a time where men are walking away from dating and relationships, taking women seriously, wanting anything to do with a woman. Traditional values is becoming rare.
That's not.
And for
That's not on my screen. All right, so this is Terry Joe Jr. He's got about 78,000 subscribers, so he's got a following. Look at that, he's got his little bar back there. Good for you. Make sure you go and check out his channel. Looks like he got a couple of videos here. Young men are turning their backs on women's record numbers, so he's been doing a couple of posts. There's one comment says, men didn't walk away, women walked away, men stopped chasing. The absolute worst part of my life was living with a woman. Jeez. We guys need to stop validating women. The average guy has been priced out of dating. Men are choosing peace, passion, purpose. So today, what I want to talk about, live, we just did a reaction video, the traditional wife versus the modern woman. We're going to do the modern man versus traditional wife. Let's do it.
And for our modern day females to not be true women is not uncommon.
You guys know what I'm going to say on that piece. I don't believe that everyone who's classified as a modern woman, any woman who we call modern woman, here at the TMG Reacts and here at How to Get Great Dating Outcomes in a Modern World, we don't say that all modern women are being walked away from. We're saying that modern women are the first group of women that qualify for long-term relationship and commitment. We then say that the second group are traditional women, which a man like him says he really wants. He probably can afford, just looking at the back. And then high value. We are literally mixing up words and words don't have meaning, and that's why I'm and that's why I wrote two books. And that's why I'm creating it. That's why I'm putting out a series. Because I have to. It is a call. God did. Men are leaving women behind. It's not the truth. Modern men are leaving females, city girls, and gals behind. So don't conflate men and women with the subgroups that I have already identified. What do we identify here at TMG Reacts? What do we identify here at the TMG Book Series? We believe that there are 6 types of men and women. We take out boys and girls because they have no emotional maturity to be in a relationship. So we don't even consider them in the discussion. We say that the line gets drawn at some point when we start using the word men. But we got city boys, guys or dudes, and males. And then we have modern men, traditional men, and hot dog. Don't conflate modern, traditional, and high-value men with the women. They all got women. It's males, it's guys, and it's city boys who are saying, you know what, I'm over this. I'm gonna choose my peace. And it's easy to be peaceful when you eat Little Caesars, play Call of Duty, and play 2K all weekend and watch a couple of NBA games. That's peaceful. Easy when you work out at 5 a.m. because you're doing it for body goals. It's real easy. So, I don't care. Gotta get to it. So, when Terry Joel Jr., I would love that conversation. We're gonna reach out. Let's make sure we reach out. To see if we can get him on the channel and just get some more insight to the generation of this stuff we can't do. I'm not gonna go through this whole thing. I don't have time. I don't have interest. This is a pretty busy day, pretty busy time for everyone involved. Let's go.
It's very common that these women today have rocks for brains. Sorry, not sorry. They're brainwashed.
Okay, that's different. Hold on, now go.
They think it's all cool, all fun and dandy right now. Things is gonna get ugly, bud. It's gonna get ugly. There's going to be so many women that are not gonna get picked.
I'm going somewhere. I got it, yep. 45%, according to Morgan Stanley, of women in their prime working years, ages 25 to 44, will be single and childless by the time 2030 arrives. This is a report from January of last year. You guys have been in this space any period of time, you have seen this number. 45%. And some numbers, and I think Chase just came out with an analysis that basically stated they believe there's going to be 50% of women between the age of 25 and 45, which are considered the prime working years in general. That's just what the standard is. That's not an opinion, and that's not up for debate. 25 to 44, 25 or 24 to 45, depending on your stuff. That is the time where you have the most energy and the most effort around your career development. You should be profiting after 44, 45. And that's why men like this and men who follow people like this are so angry, and they are done with women. Women are outpacing them in earnings. Women are outpacing them at work. Women are outpacing them in home ownership. Women are outpacing them in starting new businesses. Women are outpacing them in education. So the groups of women that you want, you don't qualify for. And the women that you're left with is disgusting. Let's say he's a male or a guy, because only a male or a guy will come on here after a bad day and start complaining. But we don't come here to complain. We provide a reaction to what you guys are saying in the marketplace, because we want you guys to buy the book. I've been fully transparent about buying the book, we build that college fund, but in all seriousness, there's a call on my life to get people out of their own way and get the outcomes that they're looking for. You know who you are, know what you want, know what you qualify for, and you also have to know with whom you qualify for, what they want from you. Y'all don't know any of that. Y'all just struggling through the day to get through. Men are leaving women behind to get out. So I'm interested in what he has to say quickly on this one.
Just like there's so many younger men today not getting picked, there's going to be an overwhelming amount of women who's not going to get picked.
He hasn't lived long enough, but I'll go ahead and fill in the gaps for his audience and do that. It is the inverse. Women are getting picked at a younger age by a larger pool of men. That is just all groups of men, girls to high value. High value men to boys are picking women younger, and that is when women have the opportunity to make their buying decision. I have said here, and I am not ashamed of the gospel, and I am not ashamed of my statement. Women who are serious about a long-term relationship outcome, the best time to make your buying decision with a man is between the age post-college, 22, 20. And what are those years for most women? In the comments, you already know. Those are the women that are hot. They are hot girls summer and that. They are modern women neighborhoods. They are out here brunching. They're on rooftops. They're on party buses. They're doing everything but being serious about a relationship. So if I'm a guy, when I'm a male, which would fall into this category of the 78,000 subscribers, where's I'm pissed. Of course, I am basically saying it's about to get ugly for y'all because we tired of y'all. The women that he's trying to choose, if he looks like he's in his late 20s, they're not choosing him. He ain't ready. And I wouldn't tell a man at 28 to make a buying decision with a woman. I would tell a woman who's between the ages of 22 and 29 to make a buying decision. I say that you need to get an older man. They get mad about that. They get mad at me at church. They get mad at me online. They get mad at me on my podcast. They get mad at me wherever. Get an older man. 5 to 7 years older is the sweet spot. 2 to 3 years is common. 5 to 7, similar generation potentially, or maybe just a couple of years off on their generation. You have the same knowledge, you have the same interests, and you have the same passions. Women in a relationship will agree with this. You have to have a healthy respect for your man. And it's easier to have a healthy respect for someone that's older. I just saw another video I decided not to react to that talked about men and women, what they look like that they're aging. And it talked about how women believe that people like Brad Pitt, even Denzel Washington, George Clooney, Chadwick the Boseman, rest in peace before he passed, Lenny Kravitz, Jason Momoa are starting to look, they all look better older. Because men age like fine wine. And the negative comment which I disagree with is that women age like milk. That's spoiled. That's awful. It's an awful thing to say and an awful thing to believe. But who came up with the term, men age like fine wine? Women. George Clooney married Amala Clooney. I think they got like a 17-year age difference. Clint Eastwood's been married like 4 times to women. They all been like 25, 30, 40 years younger. There are a bunch of men in the industry, entertainment, athletics, song, preaching, prostitutes, everyone with the faith component that women believe look better now than they did 25 years ago. So before the women come here, I want a man on my level, on my age. If you're 28 and he's 28, you guys aren't equally yoked. You guys aren't even aligned. He's not going to provide you what you need, and you probably need something that's 35, 37. I'm sorry. I know that's growth. You're 25 and you want somebody 25 who's good and who's young. But if we're all being honest, which we like to do here on this channel and on these shows, is we know the truth. So men are leaving women behind. It's going to get ugly. And then move into a different direction. Men who are males and guys, they are opting in. They have said being in the basement, having roommates, doing my own thing is what I want. Now, what I don't like about that from a societal impact is you need men having something to invest in and something to be bothered with. Let me say this. When we talk about the men who came back for World War II, my grandfather fought in the trenches. to get back home to their women and their newborns because they were fighting for something bigger than themselves. When men in a society, in mass, don't have anything to fight for, that is when we have the problem with lawlessness, and that's when we have problems in society. I do not need men aged 25 to 44 believing that it is hopeless for them. I just don't. Our society is not designed for that. Just like our society is not designed to have 45% of the women in their working prime years single and child. The society is not set up for that. Cities like ours seem to be, but the rent's gotten so high that they're coming in job interviews asking for 95K. I'm like, you're just handling, you're processing billing. What do you mean you want 95K? That's what my expenses are. Not my problem. I mean, I hate to say it, but that's why I worked after World War II and why we had the baby boom. The men who lived, they came back home, they were grateful to live, they died, they had friends who died in trenches. They came back home and they had 7, 8, 9, 10, 15 kids with one woman. They had one house. They had a new car that they paid cash for every 5 years. And everyone was fed, everyone was happy. They had something to fight for. They had something to protect. This is why we draw the line between men and males. And we say that it starts with modern men. And we say that traditional men are the ones who lead in the area of the 4 P's to qualify for life. Modern men are so busy trying to please women. Modern men are really on the spectrum of male. Think about it, and as I've talked about before, you're over there compromising and negotiating with a woman that you don't know. That ain't your wife. You don't have to do that. But if you come in with the mindset that I'm willing to compromise and I'm willing to listen and I'm willing to work with you, modern women are more open to that. Let's get through some of this.
And it's going to be a lot. Things is going to get heated. Things is going to get ugly. You think there's gender wars right now?
It's not a gender war.
Oh, it's going to be that.
Yeah. Not a gender war.
And the men that have their stuff together is going to pick a younger, attractive female. The odd ones are going to get it right. The odd ones are going to get it right. Not all of them's going to get it right. And they're going to get too old. They're going to wait too long. All to now you are going to want to get picked. You consolidated. You waited. You were told to wait for Mr. Perfect. All for you to not be in a valuable position as a woman. Don't
Shout out Mr. Perfect Perkins.
get mad at me. I'm just telling you the truth. Don't shoot the messenger.
Not your let's go back. So here's a channel. Let's highlight that real quick for you guys so you can get to I understand. TMG Book Series. I understand what you're trying to say. These men believe falsely, and I talked about this in part 2. That if they just waited, if they bash and badmouth women long enough, eventually some younger women will come along and say that. It's not how it works. You still have to do the work, young man, to build value in yourself, even for a younger woman. Because I would be remiss if I did not share with you the majority of the men I know who have daughters, if their 23-year-old daughter came home with a 34-year-old bum, we are going to still treat him as a bum. So you don't qualify for that. When she's 25 and you're 45 and you still broke and don't have a 401k and you ain't own no property and you don't know anything about an investment portfolio, you're not qualified. So even if our daughters went older, there is still qualifications to get her because she is valuable. So you can't just put a clock on and say, I'm just gonna wait, I'm gonna get to 40 and I'm gonna get younger. It don't work that way. You still gotta build value in yourself. And there's no value in a lot of the things that we find that men are doing. Too many of you are gigging. Get serious. Go to one of the locations in your local market that has a signing bonus today posting for any job and commit yourself to the program. Show up early, stay late, do your trainings on your own time, invest in the leadership, the ownership, and make sure that they know that you're there for a reason. Gain valuable, high-value skills. We got 4.5 million jobs that are open today. I don't want to hear anything about the rise of ghost jobs. I'm in a hiring decision matrix. I make decisions on hiring and hear other people talk about it. Y'all ain't even filling out applications. If it doesn't have easy apply on LinkedIn, and if it doesn't have easy apply on Indeed, y'all not applying. Because you guys are even lazy with that. That tells me something on the front end. Then you get mad when we put a couple questions in with the easy apply because you say, I don't want to do that. Then you get even more upset if you post a resume and then we ask you to put your job history. Sorry, we have an AI that's going to go through all of those postings and let us know on a scale of 1 to 10 how likely you are to match with this job. We don't have the time. Hiring people don't have the time to sit through, comb through 150 resumes. And we're damn sure not going to comb through resumes, and other people are not. If you've been working Uber, if you've been Uber and lifting and door dashing and postmating and rovering forever, you have no value. You don't even know how to be an employee in a professional work environment. So to say, again, I'm just going to punch the clock and say I can get a younger woman at a later date because I'll qualify for her because she's going to get it right, it's false. Because there's another post, I should get it, just got sent to me by my best friends, where it talked about millennial dads. Of course I'm a millennial dad. My children are growing up in a 2-parent household. So having the ability to get to women who are now unprotected, that go through their life unprotected, is low. Because most people are not talking about this. The involvement rate for fathers is at an all-time high. We're finding that millennial dads, 75% of them are saying they spend anywhere between 8 to 25 hours a week on childcare and the needs of their children. 8 to 25 hours on top of a 45 to 50 hour work week, which needs to be your average. On top of developing high value skills in a network. On top of being involved in your community. So men who are waiting for daughters to get older, you're not going to qualify for them if you're a bum, because real men can call BS on other men. I'm going to stop there. Thank you for the reaction. Thank you for joining. Make sure you click and subscribe. You hit the notification bell below so you can get more and more content like this. We try to post something the beginning of every week, and then you guys know it's on a recurring schedule. We do that so we can move up the algorithms, but make sure you share this video. Any part of it you like, clip it, send it on to someone. I don't care if people react. Very used for this and get my thoughts on things. TMG Book Series, How to Get Great Dating Outcomes in a Modern World, parts 1 and 2 are available right now on Amazon. Go to our website, tmgbookseries.com, to learn more of how you can connect with us. I am your host. I am the author. I am the creator. I'm Glenn. Thank you and have a great rest of your day.